Hi, it's Iiolanthea. I think I'm live. I'm not sure. Yes. Liz, you can just tell me in chat if the music is not musicking. Okay, you have music, beautiful. Aster seems to be jumping when I talk, and his tail's wagging. So I think that's good. It is day 8 of ARTFIGHT, and we are gonna draw some Guild Wars characters because they have been teasing new elite specializations for like a week at this point, and it makes me want to play. I'm in a Guild Wars mood. So we're gonna draw some gay Sylvari. I guess legally I also have a Norn in this one, but found the Sylvari first. I think here. There we go. The characters and the designer are on the screen on the little sticky note on the side. So those are their names on ARTFIGHT, and that is the artist's username on ARTFIGHT. I don't know what they might be on other platforms, but if you go to their ARTFIGHT, I'm sure they have it linked. So I already did these sketches a couple days ago. I figured watching me sketch is kind of boring. I almost always give up and have to take like 20 minutes to just stare at a blank canvas, and nobody wants to watch that. So I did a bunch of sketches the other day with the intention of drawing them on stream. Dead Art Hello, it is a real stream this time, not a test one. Welcome. So yeah, I did some pre-sketches. So I have this one, obviously. This is one we're going to work on first today. And then, I don't know how far we'll get on the other one, but this is another Sylvari bust that I started that will be completed at some point soon. Maybe today, maybe not. Let's see. I'm still getting used to drawing with the mic in between me and the tablet. So if I am bumping the mic too much and it's like making those weird thumping sounds, just let me know and I will try and remember to back off a little more. As far as my program and stuff, I have it, I believe, in my About section now, but I'm using Clip Studio Paint as the program and a Wacom Cintiq as my tablet. Oh, you're sitting in a waiting room? Man, that's always super fun. I had to go to the DMV this week, so that was fun too. Let's see. The nice thing about drawing Sylvari is that I don't have to draw any hair. I just get to draw leaves, plants. I have not drawn as many Sylvari as I would have liked, though. I think... Oh, at the DMV, man, I got really lucky, and we went right when I got off work. So, I didn't have to wait super long. But I know the time before that I went, I was probably there for at least 2.5 hours. I did go to the kiosk too, and it worked. I've never used the kiosk before. I was scared of it, but it worked. Let's see. And then I also have, you might see me turn them on and off throughout. I have the actual references from the artist's ARTFIGHT account of the different characters. So this is the Sylvari that we're working on right now. So her little leafy eyebrows, had to take a peek at again. The kiosks really have helped with the lines a lot. In Michigan, the DMV is always such a nightmare. Indiana more so has it figured out, I think. Let's see. I think I've done... How many attacks have I done so far this year? I know this says 8, but I skipped ahead some and did a couple others. So I feel like I might have done 8 already at this point. Maybe 9. I'm not sure. I finally was able to get a reference up from one of my Sylvari as well. I should draw her more often. She's very cute. I just forget. I've got too many tieflings to draw at any given time. Let's see. I also have another attack technically started on my iPad, but once I get in Eclipse Studio mood, it's really hard to switch back to the iPad for me. I feel like the teams this year are Steven Universe versus Cubone. The color scheme wise, absolutely. Absolutely. Aesthetically, I love all the Team Fossils stuff. Big dinosaur fan. But color scheme wise, I had to go for crystals. A little bit more match the aesthetic that I had going on. Last year was a no-brainer with Seafoam and Stardust. I was Stardust all the way. That's my thing. This year was a little trickier. Is that a leaf? I think that's supposed to be a leaf. That's okay. I try not to look at who's winning on ARTFIGHT until, like, the end. I like the surprise of it. But I did peek the other day, and Fossils had a lead. And the way that TikTok was reacting when the teams were announced, that was pretty surprising. It feels like more people are on crystals. But we'll just have to see. I don't know. I don't remember if Seafoam ever took the lead last year or not. I know Seafoam was doing crazy mass attacks for a long time. Oh yeah, this one would have been your no-brainer. Are you fossils or crystals? I assume, my guess is fossils. think she technically has a leaf on the other side too. Is that her cloak? I think it's a leaf. Pretty sure. Okay. Fossils all the way? Yeah, that makes sense. It's good. Like I said, big fan of the aesthetics of it. All of the, like banners and things that I've seen on ARTFIGHT, like the borders around people's attacks or the different ones on Toy House. Big fan. They just immediately look super cool. Oh yeah, carving some bone pieces for it would be super cool. ARTFIGHT is really throwing a wrench in my productivity for the Ren Fair plans, though. I have dice to sand. Yes, we do know people who make dice for ARTFIGHT. There's been, especially this year, I feel like there's even more than before. There's several dice makers that attack with dice. We are a little slow at making dice. That wouldn't really be feasible for us. We'd only get to attack like maybe 2 people if we were lucky. Alright. We got some of that done. Let's move on and work on her hair. I believe this part, like here, is a headpiece. I can almost see the item in Guild Wars, but I'm not sure which one it is. You don't have to send the wiki unless you know what the item is off the top of your head. I'm just gonna draw it like I sketched it anyway, so it should be alright. I know it. Yeah, it's definitely one of the horns. You're right. I love a Sylvari with horns on them. I wonder why. Very tiefling coated. Except I think I took the horns off of Luminok. I don't remember. Oh, that's fair. You gotta take time to do what you need to do first. I'm pretty lucky, and my work schedule in the summer is pretty lenient. I should be doing more stuff for dice, and I will soon. Yeah, and you do like a bajillion shows. Oh my gosh. That's so much. I can't even... we were talking about potentially doing another show the weekend after the Ren Fair. We haven't heard anything or decided. But yeah, that's a lot. We would weep. I have some bunch of jewelry sitting on my desk staring at me waiting to be finished. I'll probably work on a little bit of that after I stop streaming later. I've got some necklaces begging to be made. Okay, that looks good for so far. Get some more hair in there. Okay, and her hair's got like the pink around the edges, and then green, and then yellow in the middle. I can't decide. I think I might just do that with color. I don't think I'll put line art for that. But we'll add some of the little leaf lines, whatever those are called. Really have no idea. We will definitely stop by and see you when we're there. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, she's cute so far. Okay. Because I always end up putting off the things I don't want to do. We're gonna work on her and her girlfriend first, and then we're gonna work on the border, in which I decided it would be a good idea to draw Balthazar's great sword, which will be cool when it's done, but until then, not so much. She's got this cute little cape thing. I think technically this is closed. Yes. What class is she? I didn't even look. Elementalist. Okay. So this must be light armor? Is Elementalist light armor? Okay. Light armor is always the cutest. It's not fair. I don't think she worships Balthazar. I think... What was it? Let me go to her art fight. I think it's much sadder than that. In fact, she's widowed because, when, like, I assume, oops. Let me get back on here. She is widowed when she, who I assume must be their pact commander, died. And I guess, I don't know. That's all it said. So I saw Balthazar's blade and I was like, I'll draw that. That is a border. That'll be great. Balthi does suck. Yeah, like, here, where's the sword reference? Like, what do you mean I gotta draw this whole little hound face, and then there's like 3 more up here? They're gonna look kind of silly. It's pretty cool. How do you get his sword? Is it a drop from something? Or is it just a skin that you buy? I also found some more A Song of Ice and Fire characters that I'm gonna draw later this month. I found yet another person with a poor lesbian Targaryen forced in an unhappy marriage. So I will be drawing them at a later date. Okay. Come over here. War God's greatsword on the trading post. Oh, 175 gold isn't that bad. Yeah. It must be not too uncommon of a drop, or maybe it's just old enough that nobody wants it anymore. Well, you definitely have 175 gold. So you could definitely get Balthi's sword. You're broke now. What'd you get again? Oh, did you convert it to get the mount? I couldn't remember. Well, we will have to do some more world versus worlding soon. And by soon, I mean, I don't know, September. I still want to stream it, but I'm rusty now, so I need to get good first again. Maybe we'll play, because the new expansion is supposed to come out this year, isn't it? Like in the end half of this year, like something like announced in July and like released in like, I don't know, October or something. Did I make that up, or is that real? Yeah, so maybe we'll play when the new expansion comes out. We're only like 3 expansions behind now, I think, which is pretty good. We're making our way through End of Dragons, I think. Alright, let's draw her top. And then, the last time you played WoW was 09. Well, I have never played WoW. I don't know. I know Liz played WoW for a while. Guild Wars was my first and only MMO, unless you're gonna count critically acclaimed Wizard 101, which I think we should. Maybe I'll stream Wizard 101. Oops, sorry if you heard my water bottle. That closed a little louder than I expected. I never played ESO either. I think does Alex play ESO? Or not so much anymore? Yeah, that's fair. I have not spent money on an MMO in a while. Oh yeah, I forgot. WoW makes you pay as a subscription to pay, doesn't it? Every time I relearn that fact, it astounds me. Because, like, I know it's not that much. It's the principle of the thing. It does add up. Plus, it's like, well, I only want to spend money in an MMO like that for, like, a skin or a mount or something. I don't want to spend it to play it. WoW bros, don't at me. I'm sure it's great. Laura Bailey's in it. Love Laura Bailey. The character's hot. I just haven't done it. Maybe one day. That day is not today, while Guild Wars 2 is alive and kicking. Okay. That's probably good for her arm. She's got some, like, leaves on her upper arm. Oh yeah, I bet your computer didn't like checking Guild Wars at the same time that you had my stream up. Did you manage to check how much gold you had? Oh. Your computer already loads Guild Wars slow. It's fighting for his poor life. I got on the other day to check something. Oh, I think to get a screenshot for Lumi for ARTFIGHT. And I did not check how much gold I had because it was probably not a lot. Let's see. Alrighty. We're definitely making some progress. Her top and torso area could use some work. Some more details probably. Here looks a little big now. We'll reevaluate that in a minute. And then we'll start on her girlfriend, on the Norn character. I definitely haven't drawn a Norn before, and I also most definitely haven't drawn an Asura or a Char. I'm afraid. I feel like I should expand my repertoire of drawing capabilities, but I was never good at drawing furries. I tried. I really tried. I know. $700 gold is pretty good. I mean, I'm not like broke, I don't think. But I feel like I bought something last time we were on, and I don't know what it would have been. But anyways, back to furry art. I got on Tumblr for the first time the other day in like literally since the purge of whatever year that was. Genuinely haven't been on Tumblr in that long. So much good Guild Wars 2 art on Tumblr though. Just saying. I was like, dang, I was missing out. So now I'm gonna have to use Tumblr again, I guess. Because Twitter is not it anymore. Let me tell you what. Not that Twitter was ever really it. But boy, I saw this really cute one of, it was just like a landscape of Alona, but it was so cute, and I was like, dang, I should draw more Guild Wars art. I don't know if Blue Sky is still a thing, and I'm not gonna talk out of my ass, so I'm not gonna do that. I've heard some mixed reviews about Blue Sky, so I'm not really sure. I know, I mean, I have one, obviously. We have one for Third Watch, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, it's so hard to start a new social media site at this point, because like, what is it gonna offer me that I'm not already doing on the established sites? So I feel like a lot of people don't join it unless they're, you know, like us, like a creator or something, but like the audience doesn't go join it also because they don't really have a reason to. I'm not sure. Couldn't get male satyr down. I was happy with my minotaur though. Man, I don't think have I drawn a satyr. I guess legally I've drawn some tieflings that have like the hooves. So I guess technically like satyr adjacent. Not drawn a minotaur though. Blue sky is going well for some. Okay, well that's good to keep in mind. Because I think we made the blue sky and then posted on it like once. And then followed a bunch of dice makers and called it a day. Which, you know, that's on us. Whoa. Let's see here. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Get some more of these clothing folds in. Well, that's good to hear. I'm not sure if I've checked in with any of the other dice makers on Instagram and see if their blue skies are going well. That's the thing, is I feel like there's, for dice makers specifically, there's like so many different communities. Hello. Welcome. I feel like there's so many different communities for dice makers that it's like we know a lot of the dice makers on Instagram and they know us, but I might not know any dice makers on Facebook that could have way more followers than we do or be like pretty comparable and have been doing it for the same amount of time. It's so crazy. Instagram's also the worst, and it never like recommends us new accounts, I swear. Or all of a sudden it will be like, you might know this person, they've been following you for like 6 months, and it's like a dice maker that has, you know, the same amount of followers as us, and I'm like, how have I never heard of them before? And then I feel bad because it's like, I'm not trying to ignore you, Instagram just sucks. Yeah, the TikTok dice community is crazy. We need to post our dice on TikTok more. I just am bad about recording it. It's good to hear that spicy artists are doing well over on Blue Sky, though. That's always such a hard, like, it's always hard to find like a good platform that's like stable for that, with all the purging and things. Yeah, Instagram, I swear, unfollows people for us. It's the worst. I'm hoping to hit 1,000 followers on my TikTok, and then I can look into dual streaming on TikTok and on here, but you can't stream on TikTok until you have at least 1,000 followers. Yeah, I love Hate It too. I love all the like relationships we've made with other dice makers on there, and just like all the things that we've learned from using it. But the platform itself just makes some changes too often that I do not like. Like, what is with the recent like layout change? Why? Why did they do that? Yeah, video is not my preferred method of content creation either. It's really hard for me to remember to like record each step or even just some steps of the process, so I definitely feel you there. Sorry, I got really lost in that line. Yeah, YouTube is definitely the best long term, and I love my little YouTube account. I've been neglecting him though. Hopefully, I'm trying to sort some things out, and it's just been a year, and it's gonna continue to be a year, so we're gonna see. Hopefully, maybe in 2026, I'll give YouTube a fresher start with more cohesive content. But yeah, it just takes so long because I've been doing a Wrath of the Righteous playthrough over on YouTube. And so obviously, you know, playing the game is like, for the most part, the fun part. But then you also have to learn like editing and promoting it, you know, like social media management and making the thumbnails and the audio, which I am admittedly not the greatest at yet. So it's just, video's a lot. I used to be really into TikTok back in like 2020, freshly graduated from college, home for the lockdown, and I was cosplaying all the time, and I wish I had kept up with it then, because I feel like I could have built a platform and a community then, and like have continued to have fun on there. But man, video got to be a lot, and I was like, you know what, we'll just stop. Yeah, USB extender so you can start doing art on here for sure. I've been putting off streaming art because, well, mostly because I'm self-conscious, and you know, it's hard to show the unfinished works in progress. But also just logistically, I was like, how am I gonna set it up to where like it's not ugly to watch and it's like you can see everything clearly? And especially with traditional forms of media, people who are able to live stream that are amazing, because I don't know that I could wrap my head around it. Okay, we're gonna reevaluate this part over here because I feel like it got a little big. We're just gonna get out of here. Oh, you got a camera but the cord wasn't long enough? Yeah. That's annoying. Well, hopefully you'll be able to do that and get an extender, because it is fun once you're doing it, just hanging out and making art. I'm hoping that streaming, if I'm able to, maybe not right now, but in the nearish future, I'm hoping that streaming will help hold me more accountable to making art, because too often am I just not making art. Top down over the desk would be good. Yeah. I need to get my phone holder so that I can record jewelry making for our dice TikTok, because I think I've done it once or twice and they look really cool, and I also like watching people make their dice or make their jewelry, but man, I always forget. Yeah, I had one phone holder, I think it's sitting next to me on the floor somewhere. Not somewhere, I mean, it's tucked away, but it's on the floor, that it just did not hold the phone to save its life, and it would just fall all the time, and so that was irritating. Let's see. Okay. This part is wrong. get a little hole there, so I'll see it. Otherwise, I think we're doing all right. Finish this area down here, and then we will move on to her girlfriend. Let's see. Coloring this is going to be fun. She is a very vibrant Sylvari. I don't typically see them so yellow, and she's very yellow. Oh yeah, I bet streaming from your phone was complicated. Our internet was not the move until very recently, so I definitely understand that. I don't know if my phone could stream, to be honest. Especially video, I feel like, and this is probably just me not having the settings figured out maybe, but I feel like it does not take great video for the kind of phone that it is. Oh yeah, dropping stream, that would be annoying. And oh, you got a ring light phone holder at Five Below. I love Five Below. They have some hidden gems there, I swear. I got a Kylo Ren t-shirt there that lasted me for too long. Years. I think only recently did it have to go because it was a little small at this point, but the print never faded or anything. When we do our Christmas party at school for the kids at the end of the year, my coworkers go to Five Below to get, we do like a Secret Santa type thing. Secret Santa adjacent, I suppose. We get all the presents, and then the students all get a number and they get to pick something. But yeah, they always get stuff from Five Below, and it's always different, and it's always really cool. And the students are always happy, so that's always fun. Let's see. Alrighty. I think I'll put a little bit of leaf detail back here. And then I think we're gonna move on to her girlfriend. Let's put that on a new layer, I think. I don't always do the different characters on different layers, especially for line art. But I think we're going to do that for this one, just in case. And then let me actually pull up her art fight for me to look at. Get a better look at her nose. Okay, yeah, we've got a little bit more of a bump than I have sketched, which is what I thought. And I love a nose bump, so... Let's see. All right. Sorry about that. I had to take a drink of water and cough. We're back now. Nose is fixed. Now let's get into this line art. Whoa, my eraser is huge. Go ahead and make that a little smaller. The one gripe that I have with Clip Studio Paint, and I'm sure there's probably a way to fix it that I'm just didn't realize, is I know when you flip the pen upside down, I can erase and then I can draw and it's fine. But if I change which eraser I'm using or change the size of it, when I flip it back over, then it's still the eraser. And that is frustrating. However, at least it has the capability to flip and be used as an eraser, unlike Procreate, which drives me crazy when I'm using it. Oh, did my music end? That was my fault. I didn't realize. I thought it was just taking a really long time to load into the next song. My fault. Man, have I been streaming for that long already? I guess. I have a little medieval playlist. Thank you, Epidemic Sound. I thought that was pretty good though. I don't feel like, do you guys feel like the music was like too repetitive or anything? I need to add some more songs to it, but I felt like that was pretty good. Let's see. And then let me go check for ARTFIGHT again. Okay. So it looks like I'm gonna make another new layer. She has a scar over her nose that looks like this. Then a little bit more over here. It kind of goes over onto the other side of her nose, I believe. We've got a little scar right here. I was looking at a different reference image on their Toy House account, which is linked on their ARTFIGHT if you check them out there. And probably when I put this on YouTube, I will add in the description of the video like the links to her ARTFIGHT account and probably her Toy House account too. This character, I mean. But I was looking at a different reference image, so now I'm gonna look at this one that they have as their main one. So I'm gonna redo some of these scars just based on the positioning in this reference image versus the other one. So they're mostly in the same spot. And then this one in here on this reference image, it doesn't look like it goes under her eye. I think it just goes over. So I'm not sure if maybe it kind of went like this. Can't quite tell. It looks like it could. So maybe we'll erase this one. Come up here. That. And then swoop. Something like that, probably. Let's go in with a smaller brush. And get all these scars in here. All right. Let's see. Oh, also, yeah, her ears are definitely not pointy. I am a big fan of, they should have pointy ears. Humans should be the only thing in fantasy that has rounded ears because it's boring. Oh, sorry you had to restart Twitch. I'm also sorry that I ignored that for so long. I was on another tab and forgot to click back. But welcome back. Let's see. They are boring. I'm a big pointy ear fan. My tieflings and my elves and everything in between will always have unnecessarily pointy ears. Autocorrect makes me crazy. I don't even think I have it turned on. If I spell something wrong, that just is what it is. That just is what it is. Also, if you see me drawing ears differently every time, no, you didn't. It just, they're gonna turn out how they're gonna turn out, and that's alright. One day, I will memorize the correct anatomy of the inside of an ear. That day is not today. You are bad at spelling. You do need it, because your spelling mistakes are always like a vital part of the message that like changes the meaning. I know you try, and it's funny every time. It could be autocorrect changing it sometimes, but I don't know that you can get away with blaming that every time. It's just, it's a years-long epidemic at this point. Alright. Ear. Lovely. Earring. Does she have an earring? Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's fair. I never use the swipe like the swipe text feature, because I just can't do it. Can't wrap my head around it. But I also just in general type really fast, whether it be on a keyboard or on my phone. So I am lucky in that regard. No, I've changed my mind on that hair. Let's redo that. Let's take another gander. Yeah, let's fix... Kind of gave her some botched bangs. I think her bun was alright, though. That looks a little better. Otherwise, before, I think it was almost like she had, like, straight up bangs that she was trying to grow out. And she does not have that. She has, longer bangs. Dang, you never managed to memorize a keyboard? That's, man, honestly, that seems like the common denominator. Even with my students, who everyone always likes to say, you know, that Gen Z and Gen Alpha are always on their phones and their computers and stuff, but I'll tell you what, they're not on the computers unless they are gaming with a controller, because they do not type with any sort of urgency. We had to take typing class in elementary school, but not for very long. For whatever reason, it really stuck with me. So I've just always been pretty good at typing. I'm also chronically online and have been chronically online forever. My typing speed, I'm sorry that yours is abysmal. Mine is too fast. I would need to take like a real typing test to know for sure, but I mean, I average like over 85 every time. My highest, I don't know. I don't remember anything about typing class, as I don't remember 99% of my life, but I do remember some game with like maybe a wizard, and I know there was one where math equations would come down at you and you'd have to solve them and type the answers quickly too. I don't know other than that. Let's see. No. We're gonna try that again. That's a little better. Alright. We'll start with this. She doesn't need quite that dramatic of a curl there. There we go. A little better. Hey, that's valid. However you like to type is, well, you know, whatever works for you is the way that you should do it. For sure. I think one of the few times that I've talked in a Twitch chat was on mobile. We were at a live show for a local D&D group, and they had like rewards that you could claim that would have them do something in the game. So like I could claim a reward and give a character like a reroll or something. So that was one of the few times that I actually talked in a Twitch chat, and it worked surprisingly well on mobile. I was impressed. Yeah, you're free from buffer hell. If you go to my art fight, anyone, or if anyone sees this and sees my drastically different art styles every time, just know that I can never make up my mind. I was just thinking about this, doing this hair, is I used to do hair like this, like years ago, and then I stopped, and now I'm back at it again, so I just can't make up my mind on the art styles. Some days I want to do line art all the time. Some days I want to paint and do lineless all the time. I don't know if this is an every artist struggle or just a sometimes artist struggle, but boy, can I not decide. Like even Aster on my, like his main reference image up on ARTFIGHT is very painted, and I just did that in May, I think. I can't remember. Did I paint devs? Did kind of a mix, I think. Check. Yeah, devs was pretty painterly too. I've been trying to find a way to marry like a painterly rendering style with line art to help with the definition, because the clarity sometimes for me can be kind of hard to achieve with just painting. I struggle sometimes to like deepen my values enough and to like build the contrast between the different parts that you need to build contrast between. So I've been trying to do that, but then some days I wake up and I'm like, man, I actually want to draw only very simple line art and like simple rendering. It's just like, can't make up my mind. Let's see. Okay, we might have to extend the Sylvari's horn a little bit, because I don't think I want the Norn's hair to go up any higher. There's some artists you follow that do D&D in here, and they have a boon for players to redeem. Yes, I love that. It's very fun. Very fun. All right. Yeah, you're right. It's not bad to have a few art styles. I need to remind myself of that more. I would like a little more cohesion, but it's alright. One day. Let's see. Where is... Okay, I was gonna say, I need that sketch back on. You can have an overall style that permeates all your styles, and then as a non-artist, having multiple art styles makes sense to me. Yeah, that's fair on both accounts. I need to take a step back sometimes from the online artist spaces where it's like it can be very heavily focused on finding a style and stuff like that. And I think there just needs to be a balance. Like, I want to be consistent so that all my work can feel and look like mine. But at the same time, it's always nice to be able to experiment too and switch things up. Let's see. That's true. My style will find me. I don't think you can force it. I think you have to just let it be. And eventually it'll happen before you even realize. Shoot. Okay. Oh, well, thank you for that, for saying that mine have cohesion. I'm trying to for sure for this batch from ARTFIGHT, but I feel like... Let's see. I don't know if I have any examples on my computer. A lot of them that I'm thinking of are on my iPad. Just, especially between the lined stuff versus the painted stuff, I feel like I struggle. To find that balance. And you know, it is low-key kind of hard to talk and draw at the same time, and I knew that it would be. I'm not having as much trouble with it as I thought I would, but sorry for my bouts of silence that come from me just staring at a line. I think I might need to edit my little Aster guy too. I think I need to make his mic sensitivity just a little bit lower, because sometimes I talk a little low. The only serious art class you took was airbrush. And oh, that's interesting that you have that style that you drag into any different medium. I always wonder like how artists are able to achieve that. Because I've definitely done a lot of mediums, and at least I don't see the continuity between what I make, but maybe other people can. That's fair to just draw what you enjoy, though. I think that's, at the end of the day, always going to be the best. like just the best course of action is drawing what you love. You definitely have one every now and again. I'm like, wow, who drew that? But very rarely, and I usually see the similarities. Well, thank you, Kaya. I know, sometimes I really lock in, and when I'm doing a painterly style, like when I'm trying to do lineless, I really try and focus on realism, versus when I'm doing something like this, obviously, I'm doing a lot more stylistic. You didn't notice you were told until about the similarities? Okay, well, that's reassuring then. Maybe I'll just... The artist can never know. It just happens. I know the painterly styles are hard to wrap my brain around too. I need to focus more on light and shadow, because at the end of the day, always comes back to light and shadow. And I never do it. I always phone it in for the light and the shadow, but that's the money maker. That's what makes or breaks it. It is hard to pick apart your own work for me, in the sense of like being constructive, because I can be critical of my work all day, all year, left and right, but when it comes to like figuring out what I need to change or improve on, that's where I struggle. Not because I'm like, oh, I don't need to improve on anything, but because I'm just like, I don't know how I personally can change this with my current skill set. Or sometimes it's frustrating when you know what needs to be fixed, where I could maybe identify, oh, this needs to be pushed further, but I just don't know how to push it further. That's always something. Yeah, big fan of light and shadow. Love them, hate them, need them. We are almost done with her hair, and then we will go on to her armor. She doesn't have much armor showing because the pose that I'm referencing, she's just sort of hugging her partner from like behind and kind of the side. Floating head for now. Yeah. All right. Oh, thank you, thank you. I know I'm working on the... There is a balance in streaming. You never want to be quiet for like too long, but also I'm personally not good at just yapping nonstop. But I also like to watch artists get lost in the sauce. Not everybody does. So I try and fill the silence with some chatter. I'm gonna have to have a counter for every time I say let's see while I'm drawing, because I feel like I've said it 400 times today. Let's have a water break. Man, my bottle closes loud. But I don't want to leave it open because one of Liz's friends was telling us about how every time she goes to drink from her water bottle, there will be an earwig in the straw. And so now I think about that all the time. And it happens to her not infrequently. Even if she has the lid closed, but definitely if she has it open. And I don't want that to happen. Now, have we seen any earwigs inside the premises? No. But that won't stop me from being paranoid. Also, this goes for any Guild Wars 2 character I draw. If you see me phoning it in a little bit on the armor, just mind your business. Because the Guild Wars 2 armor goes crazy. And it's too low res, since it's an MMO, obviously, to really see a ton of the detail. So I'm doing what I can. Almost every artist who draws Guild Wars 2, you get it. You get the struggle. Alright. Let's do some detailing on this armor. Earwigs are the worst. I don't know what benefit they provide to the ecosystem. I'm sure there's something, but I don't like them. They have a right to live outside, not in the straw of my water bottle. Okay. See, like, those pauldrons are a little bit different than how I drew them, but that's alright. That's alright, because they're still pauldrons at the end of the day. And these specific characters have a ton of different references for them, and the pauldrons look a little bit different each time because, you know, multiple artists have drawn them, so that's alright. When you're doing art fight attacks, obviously you want to make sure that you're representing the character to the best of your abilities, and you want to make sure that you're getting all those details, because I know I have details in my characters that I would be a little sad if somebody didn't include. So you always want to make sure that you're double checking your references and things like that. But sometimes a little bit different armor is okay. I think, though, I am looking at some of her other references. I think I am going to add some more spikes to the other two layers of the pauldrons. That's the worst earwig fact that I've learned, actually. Thanks. That's awful. Let's see. I think I'll put those two on this, or like a little middle section. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Okay. And then I did forget that this section up here, I'm actually going to erase. Oh, did I go on another? Oh, yeah, duh. I'm gonna erase this part because this is like her... Let me show you. It's like her little shawl cloak thing. So I am gonna add some more ripples up here. Never too many spikes, I agree. I need to make a character with heavy armor so that I can draw some spiky armor. All of my characters, I'm pretty sure, are like light to medium or no armor. Like technically, Elios and probably Kyriel could have armor on, but they look that aesthetically and based on where they live and things like that, it wouldn't make sense. Yeah, the placement of the spikes is giving Oni a little bit. I was thinking that too. Oni character designs are so cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, what time is it? 6:13. All right, we can definitely still keep going for a little while. We've got some plans to play more Date Everything later. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the title. It's so goofy. Big fan so far. We've been having a really fun time trying to guess the different voice actors before we like look them up. Can't wait to go date the electrical box. This game, if that game came out when I was in high school and early college, I mean, that would have been it. That would have been my personality for the foreseeable future. I'm already having to fight the urge to let that happen again with Interview with the Vampire. I keep getting edits for the TV show version of it, and I need to watch it so bad, but I just know when I do, I'm gonna become insufferable, and all I'm gonna think about is that stupid French vampire. And I don't really have time for that right now. We have a lot going on. We have a lot going on. Alrighty. Let's see. What? Don't need that layer anymore. Okay. I think it's time. Do I want to combine them? I probably want to combine them. Alright. I think it might be border time. I'm nervous. Let's see. So I need to turn my grid on for a moment. So I'm sorry that it's going to become kind of hard to see. I need to make a ruler in the middle because I'm going to use a symmetry ruler so that I only have to draw everything once since this is a mirrored border. And I believe I know how many squares over I need to count, but I'm going to count again just to make sure. So I think our ruler should go here. Yes. Right. Yeah, don't remind me how close the Ren Fair is. I am the king of procrastinating lately. Ed, hello. What game has I know how to say it. I can say it in my mind and in my heart, but I don't know if I can say it out loud with my mouth. Okay. Also, we're gonna throw this reference picture up over top of the sketch. This is straight up from in-game. Obviously, Guild Wars 2. This is Balthazar's sword. I think Liz said it was called Warlord Sword in the trading post, if you're interested in it. Let me get rid of some of that background. Now, the hardest part, I think, for me with this is gonna be the wolf. I don't think it's a wolf. I think they're just hounds, like Balthazar's hounds. Those little heads. Oh, Claire Obscure. I understand. I understand. I think we do need to at least watch someone play that, because we definitely don't have the time to do a playthrough of that right now. Thank you for the lurking. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, I still technically haven't beaten Baldur's Gate 3. Now obviously I know everything that happens, but man, having to redo all of Act 1 and Act 2 for a third time really kind of did me in on it, and I just haven't gone back. Oh, shoot. Okay. Now let's try and draw this little dog. So he's got his little eyes over here. His brow. Ear? Fur. That's gonna look so goofy when I move it. Okay, that looks better than I thought it would. So that's kind of what we're hoping for here. And then this for the middle part of that sword. Oh shoot. Whoa. Sorry that everything flashed for a minute. I don't know if this is a me issue. Sometimes I swear the I don't even know what it is. The search bar for your computer on Windows just takes over and just fills up my whole tablet screen. I must be hovering over something on accident and not realizing it, but that's alright. Let's get these little angry dog wrinkles on this nose. Yeah, I know. The final part of Baldur's Gate was just, it was It was alright. Love Baldur's Gate. Miss my husband, Astarion, bad. But oh, my eraser is huge. But yeah, I just am not the most motivated to go back to it. Especially after so long. I mean, it's almost been out for 2 years now, right? Which is crazy. I can remember it coming out very clearly, which is very unusual for me. Nah, he looks a little funky. we went wrong somewhere. I'm trying to think of how I don't even think I technically made it into Baldur's Gate proper. Because like the first time, because I did get all the way there on my first playthrough, but my computer was playing it like a slideshow. Oh yeah, we still gotta finish Wrath. Every time I think about Wrath, I yearn for it. I need to go play it again. But we're on Nenio's stupid quest, and we're just dragging our feet to do it. And I think on my YouTube playthrough, which has taken a back seat to living, I'm also doing a Nenio thing right now, so double Nenio whammy. I was stuck on the Hell Knights on my new playthrough for a while, like recruiting Regil and everything, but I did finally get past that. Oh yeah, the gargoyles. I forgot in blissful ignorance how hard it was. Plus, I'm playing on a harder difficulty than Liz and I were on our other fight, or on our other playthrough. And I didn't have Sela. And I think I had Nenio because we were making pit stops like on the route. And that was a mistake. And it just took forever. And then we did it. We did it. It was fine. I think Abram is stuck on what is it called? I know he's not in here, but Abram, if you're in here, don't listen to this part. He's at the place where you could potentially recruit Arushale early, but he is stuck. Okay, that little guy looks a little better. It does not pull its punches on its difficulty. It kicks my ass every time. I did it to myself, but I had to be a real gamer and not play on quite the easiest difficulty. But also, I am by no means playing on the hardest difficulty. I think technically I'm on the second to most hardest difficulty, but I edited it so it's not as hard as it is as a base. I turned a couple things off because I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Oh yeah, you're right, something chapel, like the Lost Chapel or something like that. I don't know if he will. He I'll be mad at him. That's a long game to start over. He's like 50 hours in. I'm pretty close to getting to that part 2 on my YouTube playthrough, which is exciting because I do want to get to Dresden. Let's see about this part. Comes out of this one. Okay. Sometimes I gotta break down these really complicated objects into their most basic shape to even have somewhat of an idea of where to start drawing them. I think that's pretty much the end of Act 2. I mean, storming Dresden is the end, I believe. Which, you know, is a long part in and of itself. But I'm pretty sure... because Act 2 is one of the shortest acts, right? Or did I make that up? Because now I'm getting all the acts mixed up. Oops. Whoa. Sorry about those crazy zooms. God, Wrath is such a good game. I'm kind of drawn behind that picture there, so we're just going on a hope and a prayer. Kind of curves up. And then one more little guy down here. Oops. Yeah, this should probably be a little longer. Does it erase on both sides? I forget. No. Okay, so I'll have to fix that one. Erase. And then let me erase his eyes because I think I had double eyes going on. And I'll just trace over these ones again. There we go. Okay. So we've got one here, and then a shorter one down here. That's close enough. Alright. Let's do the handle next. So I think he's got like chain link around it. Is awesome for me. You know, this might be a hint of chain link. we're gonna see. That's too big of a brush. We'll try this. Okay. Out of music again? Sheesh, I really do need to make it longer. My fault. Once again. From the top. I wonder if it has a... I'll have to figure that out later. If it has like a playlist repeating option. Okay, that looks chain link adjacent. I probably won't do as much chain link as is on it because it's really wrapped in chain link, but I think we're gonna lose sort of what it is if I wrap the entire thing in chain link. So I think we're gonna keep it to just a few sections. Yeah, that's chain link adjacent. It will be a little more chain linky when I get it silver later. Okay, so up until the bottom, let's do that first. I was gonna say it's fairly straightforward, literally. Down here, we've got a ring with more spikes. Thank you, Balthazar. Now, how many spikes is it? It's here. So it's 3 at least. Can't tell what these are. So I think I'm not going to put spikes there because they might be coming at us. Since that is a 3D object. We will ignore that. These borders anyways, I tend to do less detailed. I've been really liking the like medieval style of art that I've been seeing going around, where people will do very dramatic like borders and like almost like engraved like pillars and stuff. I think that always looks really cool. Are you touching her thing? It is. That's okay. I've been really enjoying that, so I'm trying to do more of that. But I'm not quite where I'd like to be with it yet. But that's okay. No. Try that again. I was hoping to finish this one today. I still might. I don't know though. I might not finish the rest of it on stream if I get off in a little while. But I'm ahead on how many attacks I've done versus what day it is in ARTFIGHT, and I would like to keep it that way. Yes, the sword and both the characters are from Guild Wars 2. So this is for ARTFIGHT. I don't remember if I've told you what ARTFIGHT is, but for anyone else, it's a like art trading slash art gifting game every July. And so these two characters are these two characters. So we've got a Sylvari and then a Norn. And then the sword is Balthazar's sword from Guild Wars 2. I think it's from Path of Fire is when that came out. I was drawing a bunch of like A Song of Ice and Fire and D&D characters, and then Guild Wars started teasing new elite specializations that are going to come with the new expansion in the fall, and now I'm in a Guild Wars mood. Alright. So we've got more chain link up here, and then the other little dog faces, but these ones are far sillier. They're just little guys. And it's hard to make out the detail. I think they have little fangs. And I assume their ears go down like that, but I'm not sure. I didn't look the hardest for a good reference picture for this sword. I just got it off the wiki and kind of hoped. But that's alright. They got their angry brows. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember if I've told you or not. I don't remember anything. Thank you, though. Thank you, thank you. I think I must have done 8 attacks so far since it's the 8th, and I haven't done another one today. I've been trying to stay a little bit ahead. Because I want to do more than I did last year. I think I did 15 last year. Now let's see how silly they look. They look pretty silly, but that's alright. Oh, you got Expedition 33 in your tabs to look at later too? I've only heard good things. They almost look a little like cats, but you know, it's such a small detail. It's alright. That's alright. Now, all right. Water. I remembered not to click my water bottle in front of the mic this time. Go me. Alright, last little guy. Oh, you know what? I was gonna say, I forgot it only erases on the one side. It doesn't look too bad though. We're still alright. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, well. They look like what they look like. It's fine. Now I think this part of the sword open. Oops, I forgot to switch the color. I think this part's open. So it's like shoop 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 like that. A little bit steeper of an angle. Maybe a little taller, actually. Yeah. Okay. Alright. And then we gotta do the chain link. That's right. I was like, there was something else that needed to be on here. So, this has a lot less chain link around it than the bottom does. That's a little big of a brush still, I think. Let's use this one. It's alright. Get some more going this other way. I have a chain link brush that I made on Procreate, and I need to take the time sometime to remake it on Clip Studio, or at least download one. There's so many good assets available. But I have not done that yet. Okay. And then this part, technically it probably didn't need to line like the center of the sword, but he's got like the flames and lava going through the middle. Alright. That's not too bad. So I think since that was pretty sketchy, I'm gonna duplicate the layer to keep the ruler the same, and then I'm gonna rotate it a little bit because I think it's a little crooked, and then I'm gonna trace over it and do the line art for like the final. So let's duplicate layer, get rid of them, and then obviously that's gonna be a little wrong. but that's okay. Let me turn my grid on again. Okay. That should be good. Turn the grid off. Let me save. I haven't saved in a while. That was scary all of a sudden. Okay. So we'll turn this down. And then now we should be good to go in with some more careful lines. I think I need an even smaller brush, which is crazy because this is about as small as this brush goes. And I'm not working on like a small canvas by any means. It's like 5x6 or 5x7, I think. Oh boy, that eyebrow got wonky. There we go. All these cool Guild Wars 2 characters makes me want to go in and like make lore for mine, because right now the only lore I have on my Sylvari's ARTFIGHT page is I'm like, she's nice, she's a necromancer, that's all I got. She does world versus world, which lore wise I'm not really sure what that constitutes. I don't know if that's just exploring the mists or what. But some people, this person's characters included, have such incredible and like super detailed lore. I don't know if they use them as roleplay characters maybe on Guild Wars, but I need to regress to my roots and do that again. Balthazar would be so mad if he saw how I drew these hounds, but I think we took care of him, so it's alright. It's like that one meme of like the dragon that's drawn really detailed the first 2 times, and then the third time he's just drawn kind of weird and silly, except it's all 3 of these are drawn silly. That's okay. That's fine. Now, let's do... Yeah, that's close enough. Alright, we'll go in with a little bit of a bigger brush for the chain link. Not quite that big. Yeah, folks do get so attached and really flesh out their physical and characteristics and lore details. I have never been known to do such a thing in my life. Not I. I certainly don't know Aster's like extended family and like his in-laws or anything. No way. I don't know why for the like Guild Wars characters it's harder for me to do, because I'm like, well, their story is the story of Guild Wars. They did the thing, but it doesn't have to be. Most people only have like one or two of their characters that they consider like their canon pact commander, and the rest of them are just chilling. I think I just need to take some time and write out some stuff for my Guild Wars characters, and it was a little bit easier. I just made some Targaryen characters because I've been in a Game of Thrones mood again lately. It's a little easier to make lore for them, I guess, because there's less freedom. It's like, okay, there's... if you want to stick to canon, it has to be, you know, there can only be so many options for these characters. That was a little easier. D&D doesn't count because I can do whatever I want with that, and then it's fine. I don't have any canon to follow, especially with Aster, where I just made everything up, and now you have a tiefling family that lives in the woods in your world. Yes, and the harder limits in character creation are definitely hard, especially with Guild Wars. The character creation is really like involved, but there's only so many options, and your like starting story is pretty much the same. It just depends on the race. I think it's the race that you pick that determines your starting story and not your class. It's been a long time since we've done that, because I've only made a Sylvari, and I'd legally made a human, but that's just because they don't have elves. So she has elf ears on her, and she's an elf in my heart. I haven't done the story for the Char or the Asura or the Norn yet, but the Norn are also just big humans. Yeah, welcome. I know, I'm like, you have so much lore. And it does matter. Well, I mean, it matters. You just get to pick. I had to really lock in on those lines for some reason. Forgot how to talk. Alrighty. We're almost done with the sword for real this time. That is tight. I didn't technically ever officially decide what the rest of the border was going to be. I know I want flowers, I think, on the bottom. And I had fire in the top because the Sylvari character was listed as being a pyromaniac, which is funny because she's a plant. So I think I might still do some sort of medievally looking fire, like a silly drawn one. What time is it? Ooh, it's almost 7. I think I'll finish the sword, and then I'll probably have to call it after that for today. Because I'm getting hungry. And we are going to play Date Everything later. You have little fangs there. He does now. I just assumed you were listening in the car. I'm sorry that you just got back. We have prior obligations. I'll probably stream again tomorrow after work. I've got more Sylvari to draw, and I might not even end up finishing this one tonight. I'm not sure. Although I think after I draw the next Sylvari that I have on my list, I might have to switch it up and do some other characters, because I'm cruising through all the Sylvari on ARTFIGHT. I forgot about the spikes. Oh, shoot. Okay. More spikes? Balthazar's so dramatic. Yeah. Who gave him the right to kill us? That was rude. Oilers for Path of Fire. Let's get this chain link in there. Well, that got confusing for a second. Let's try that part of the chain link again. Got kind of square, but that's okay. Sometimes it is. Somehow that looks less like chain link than it did the first time, but you know, such is life. I think once it's silver, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oops. Sorry for every time my canvas goes haywire. It will be small. You will hardly see it. Alrighty. Get these bad boys in here. Oh, and I think I will fix her. I needed to add a little bit extra where I didn't continue the hair on the Norn. So I will fix that before I get off. Otherwise, I'll forget. I know this song is it's a little jig. It's festive. I need to go through and find some more. They had a lot of really good, like, medieval-y songs. Alright. I think that looks pretty good. It's definitely interesting for the border. And I'll have, obviously, the like sides of the sword are going to be peeking out over the edges of the border, which is going to look this. There we go. So I was also going to do sort of a chain link around the sword like that, and then on the bottom as well. Fire on the top. And I think there was a reason I was going to do flowers on the bottom. I'm going to have to look back through their character profiles and see which specific flower I was going to do. But let's go fix this little gap. Continue these little guys. Alright, and then let me turn the sketch off for a minute. Okay. That was a lot of progress today. Line art always takes me forever, but I like it so far. I might add a couple more leaves on the Sylvari, maybe a little bit more on her face. But aside from the rest of the border, I think it's pretty much ready for color. But I will do that later, because I would like to eat some fish sticks now. So thank you guys so much for hanging out and chatting tonight. I'm going to probably stream more ARTFIGHT stuff tomorrow. So have a great rest of your night, and I will see you then.